Hey, good morning. We are sounding in from Redding, California. It might be one of the warmest places, but it's been a tough week. And reminded this morning, we're praying for you. This time last week, about now, I had an emergency, one of those emergency push things on my phone to go home because we needed to evacuate because of fire. It's been a crazy week. It's been tough. But we want to say that we're in the middle of a city that is coming together stronger than ever before. The community, the strength, the hope. And we were reminded this morning of the story from Philippians where Paul was in the prison. He's worshiping even in the middle of being arrested. He's arrested in a prison. He's worshiping. There's a earthquake. The jailer gets led to Jesus. A church gets birthed out of that. And then years later, Paul writes this letter to the Philippians saying, be strong, joy to you. There's hope in the midst of trials. And he's writing that letter to them from a prison cell, which is not one of today's prison cells. So we just have this inspiration this morning as, hey, we're in a crazy time. There's smoke everywhere. People are being sent back to their homes, but there's over 1,000 homes that have been burned. That's 1,000 families without homes at all. And in the middle of that, we want to say to you, hope wins. Hope is alive. There's a strong community here, and we've been praying for you that your strength gets stronger, that your joy endures and gets stronger. So we bless you to advance, and we just say, kick ash.
Good morning, Steve here. And the thing that I love about these sorts of situations, in amongst all the devastation and there's so much sadness around, is that people actually put all their differences aside and they start to work together. And when you get people working together like this for a common goal, that's when the hope does arise. It's that beauty from ashes. And we see people, the thing is, we just love to see people stay that way, to actually just continue to work together for a longer period of time, not just when there's a disaster. So we pray that, wherever you are and where we are here, that we see people continue to work together and carry that hope and rebuild this community, but rebuild your community as well. So have a fantastic week. Love you.
Hey, good morning. It's Alistair. One of the words that came up this morning as we were praying for you was perspective. Perspective in the sense of looking, like Hebrews 11 talks about, to the far distant future, to the promise that God's given you. We're doing that in Reading at the moment, not looking at the ashes that are surrounding us, but we're looking to the far distance for the promise that God's given us as business people and as a city. And that's where we're throwing our anchor to. We're anchoring ourselves in the promise that is awaiting us. And just like Abraham did when God gave him the promise of giving him, this land, he left his own country and he took action steps. He welcomed the promise and he took action steps to move towards it. So I just bless you this morning, to remember the promises that God's given you, especially in the midst of adversity. To anchor yourselves in those promises, to keep welcoming them, and to make concrete steps towards them. So we just bless you this morning from Redding, California. Please like and share this post. Bless you.